A very good afternoon to all the students present here. We are here for the session Success at CA Exams for Foundation Course Paper-1 Accounting. A very warm welcome to all the students out here. We are already on 8th of August 2024, and this is for the upcoming exams, which is in September 2024. The next exam is scheduled on 13th of September 2024, and I hope that you all are preparing well for this exam. So, dear students, this is first paper of accounting. This is the first entry level for the CA course. As you all are aware and you've already entered into a professional course, which is chartered accountant, the name itself says accounting. So you can understand and identify how important this subject and this topic, this paper would be. And your preparation level, your examination, your first step for becoming a chartered accountant is this paper, that is accounting. This is the most easiest, simplest, as well as the most scoring paper of your CA course. So please bug up. This is the right time to study, to prepare yourself well. Whatever you are doing, you have done. I know you must have done a very good round of preparation. Now you have to boost up more. And even if you've not started also and you're in the middle of something, please boost up yourself, boost yourself. I know you'll be getting very good marks with the flying colors in all the papers. Consider yourself an aspirant chartered accountant, a chartered accountant. So your thinking level should be very different from the way you think before. That is in during your 12th standard. Now you'll be a professional. So consider yourself a chartered accountant and think in that way, in that prospects. At that time, your students, you can always ask questions. You can always analyze yourself. You can do the mistake and then you can by viewing the lecture. So students, be focused, be prepared, perform well, and we are all here to guide you, to help you out, to resolve your queries at every level, at each point of time. So let's start the session for the subject of accounting. I'll guide you how to prepare for your paper, how to revise the subject, and how your preparation should be at what stage, and what to do, how to cope up with the anxiety issues, and don't be stressed, how to cope with the stress, and as well as I would guide you how to solve your questions, the paper pattern, the how would be the examination, so everything. Okay. So let's start with the session. The objective of this session is to augment your preparation. Yes, I would want your preparation should be good enough. Your preparation before 13th of September. You should go on 13th of September with a confidence that you can do everything. You will be able to achieve everything, and this paper is a very easy paper. Please, your focus should be keep yourself updated and keep saying this to yourself that yes, this paper is very simple, very easy. You'll be able to secure good marks. See, if you have done your accounting in 11th and 12th standard, then this paper is very simple and very easy for you because it covers most of the concepts there you have already studied. Even if you have not studied in 11th or 12th, that's okay. Do not panic, do not worry. This is a very easy paper. And the basic paper, the first paper, this is the first foundation. Like you're the first step of the ladder where you'll be achieving to be a chartered accountant. All right. So I want you to enhance and augment your preparation so that your chances of success, that I know you'll succeed in your examination. To ensure how can you utilize, how can you use your time during examination, the best use of your examination. All right. And to enhance the performance, I want you to enhance the performance. All right. So at the time of preparation, you should please focus. I know at you might, there could be a three type of students: those who have started preparation few days back, or those who have started preparation few weeks back, or those who have already completed one round of preparation. So it's okay, all the students can easily secure good marks and can do well in your exams. So even if you have started preparation a few days back also, then there's no problem in it. You focus. A student, you will be a chartered accountant, so you should focus on your studies, on the time to be devoted, right? You can easily study 13 to 14 hours a day. So please focus. Even if you've started few weeks back your preparation, I know you must be in the middle of your preparation level. You must have completed at least one round of your preparation, one round of your syllabus. So don't worry, you'll be able to secure good marks. And there could be some students that you have completed one round of preparation. Your preparation level should cover three round of revision, that I'll tell you later my ages. So your preparation should have three rounds. So please be focused, be calm and composed, and you'll be able to achieve good marks in your exam. All right, I'll be taking your queries also. This will be an interactive session. Don't feel that your query will not be handled. I'll try to handle as much as queries as you can. But yes, please be patient listener. Let me listen to me. I might be guiding you in a good way and would like to tell you how to perform in the paper, what would be the pattern of the paper, how is your course structure made, and what should be the level of your preparation, how should you prepare and revise your syllabus. All right. For that, you should be motivated. Consider yourself a chartered accountant. Do not panic. Do not bug up. So please consider yourself a chartered accountant. Yeah, queries. You can ask your queries in the chat box also, as well as during the session. Please raise your hand and then ask your queries. All right. Okay. So your syllabus of accounting comprises of 11 chapters. You must be having your book of accounting. All right. So your syllabus it will be of 11 chapter. Each and every chapter of your syllabus is important, and each and every chapter is dynamic in nature, which will help you to guide you, to advise you not only for the foundation level, but it is creating a base for your inter level as well as your final level. Plus this is also creating a base for your, after being your chartered accountant, you can anyways, these basics will help you out throughout your life. So you can understand how important and how dynamic this subject is. All right. So acquaint yourself with the syllabus of accounting. You have 11 chapters. Each and every chapter is important. The concept of each and every chapter is important. All right. Prepare a study plan. How to prepare a study plan? What should be your level, your preparation level? See, I tell you, you have chapter 1 theoretical framework. I'm talking about accountancy, so I'll be telling you how to initiate your preparation and revision. Your paper chapter 1 and chapter 2 is theoretical concepts and accounting process. Accounting process covers everything. Theoretical concepts cover the basic concepts. What are the materiality concepts? All these concepts, accounting assumptions, principles, accounting principles, as well as contingent assets and contingent liabilities, basics of capital and revenue expenditure. See, this chapter, usually students think that this is not that important chapter, we can leave that, but this is a very important and basic chapter. Why? Every time a question is coming from this chapter, every time. This is a basic of chapter and a very easy chapter. This has been given in this paper to give you marks rather. You can easily secure good marks in this paper or in this chapter. All right. I know this is a theory chapter. You understand what are the concepts. You do not have to mug up what is there in the study material. Just understand the concepts and try to remember that concept, and you can write in your own language. All right. Then whenever you start your preparation, the second chapter is accounting process. That is what I'm saying. Accounting process is a basic concept chapter, like how to create journal entries, which will be useful at every stage of your chapter. The journal entry is a basic of your syllabus. Journal entry, ledger, cash books, as well as rectification of entry, how to prepare subsidiary books. These are all basic chapters. So this chapter will guide you to resolve other chapters. All right. There is a concept called accounting for GST. What is input GST? What is output GST? Purchase, sales, how to treat it during the purchase and sales. So these concepts has to be understood properly. The study material already have the illustration and the concepts, then only you can focus in the next chapters. All right. So whenever you plan your study plan, first focus on the basic chapter, that these two chapter, first two chapters, and then you can go in the sequence whichever you want. All right. Then gain conceptual clarity. Already told you this is the foundation of your CA course. All right. So understanding each and every concept is very important at this stage. All right. This is accounting, understanding accounting assumption. You think that accounting assumption will never be useful in your, but while preparing your balance sheet, while going through the intricacies of small things in the balance sheet, you should know what are the accounting assumptions. All right. So this is just a small example I have given that how important the concept is. Even going through the other chapters like inventories, depreciation, every chapter has its own concept. So doing only the practical question, starting your chapter only with the practical question will not work for you. You should always give at least half of 1 hour reading and going through what is there in the theory, what is given in the chapter. Start with the first page. Do not start with illustration one. Always start with the first stage. At least review what all small headings are there in the chapters. What students do, they tend to start with the illustration. Since I'm aware of, I tell you, I'm in 11th, 12th, I've already done I'm a commerce stream, I've already done many things in accounting. Chalo, let's start with this depreciation. And I'll start with illustration one. Oh, illustration one is easy, I'll start with illustration two. So this is a big no. Even if you know the concept and everything, start with the first page. All right. What is depreciation? Why do we need depreciation? Different methods of depreciation. All these things you should be aware of, because the question can be asked from anything. It is not that it's a practical chapter, it's a depreciation. The question from theory will not be formed. Theory can come from any chapter of your study material. All right. So please focus on each and every concepts they given there in study material to gain marks in the theory also. All right. So gain conceptual clarity, foremost important part for this. Not only for this exams, but also for the future exams. All right. Solve all the question of the study material. I would request everyone to solve each and every question of the study material. I know you are aware of illustration one is very easy. You can do solve each and every question of study material with your hand. What we do is we tend to only read the study material that okay, this question is easy, will be able to solve it. Do not do that. This is a practical paper. You have to practice as much as you can. So please, you should have a register. You should start doing the question. But yes, hard work also comes with the smart work. The smart work is also required. I'll tell you at later stages that how to do that smart. Then memorize the concept. What are the concepts of depreciation? How many methods are there in the depreciation? What is change in method of depreciation? You should please start memorizing him. Use the concept like, okay, these are the methods. Then the one day you've already studied the method and change in depreciation. Is it prospective or retrospective? And what is amortization? All these things you've already studied a day. Next day in the morning when you wake up, even when you wake up, just give 5 to 10 minutes into your mind and think what all I've studied. It is not only for accounting, for other subjects also. What all you have studied yesterday. Okay, these were the concepts which I've already studied. So you'll be able to understand and grasp whatever you have learned previous day. And for second day, you always have to give half an hour for what you have studied, revise half an hour for what you have studied in the previous day. All right, then prepare and compile the summarization to summarize to enable revision day before exam. This is what is important. What compile, see, whenever you're practicing the question, you're doing a big question, maybe a partnership question, big illustration which covers hidden goodwill also. All right, I am sure you must be knowing what is hidden goodwill, right? Then whenever you are doing the question, you're stuck somewhere. You've already read the solution, but when you're doing the question with your hand, you're stuck somewhere. You see your study material for the solution and you do the question. But yes, you already know 3 to 4 points are there which are really important, which are very little tricky, and you're unable to solve it at this point of time. So please make a small note. Please write it in your own language. So at the time of revision, you can go through that point, that okay, this is the point which I have to I should know, and if it comes in the exam, I should be able to solve this question. All right, regular revisions, RTPs and MTPs, maintain a healthy lifestyle, which is very important, and stay motivated and stay positive. Always be positive. Always say this to yourself, that you will always be the best. You'll do the best. Today is the best day of my life. Maintain a very healthy lifestyle, and always say this to yourself, I'll be a future chartered accountant. I will be a chartered accountant. So I have to secure the best good marks in my exams. All right. So our greatest weakness lies in giving up. When we giving up, I'm sure there must be some students who is not able to clear your this June exams, and they're sitting here. So for them, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. All right, even if you do one illustration, you're unable to resolve that question. You do one illustration and you're not able to resolve that, try it again. Okay, see the solution, but yes, make a point that you'll do this again, maybe at this point of time or another point of time. But yes, one time doing a question only for one time will not help you to solve the purpose. You have to do repeatedly do a question, so that it should come in your mind, and whenever you start doing your paper, your hands should be fast enough to solve the question. All right, how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, that I've already told you. You should take a balanced diet, a sound sleep, and stay away from distraction. What are the distractions in your life? You all know what are the distractions. Going through the social medias, talking to your friends about the negative thing. All right, it is always, whenever before the exam, you should always maintain a very healthy lifestyle. Start it from today itself. All right, your 6 to 7 hours sleep should is enough for your preparation level. So sleep well, eat well, and only study. At this point of time, you should only study. Study, and study. Your questions, the command over the questions, and you already have 4 subjects. It's not only about one subject. So the time is very less. At this point, you should only and only focus on your studies. All right. These are the golden years. Please understand, these are the golden years of your life. All right. So focus on your studies, and see, as much as you study, it will be easy for you to perform in your exam. Okay. So coming to paper 1 accounting, all the topics you should study. There is nothing which we should leave. All topics are important. Everything is important, and objective of this paper is to gain ability in answering the practical questions. These questions are all practical based. All right, whenever you start practicing after becoming CA, these practical problems will come in your life. So how to resolve those questions and how to solve those questions during the lifetime will help will be answered here. You'll be able to analyze how can you resolve those questions. So please stay calm, stay focused, and focus on your preparation level. I'm receiving so many queries. You students, just give us 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be taking your queries after 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, students, actually what happens is this, since this is a correspondence course, you are usually not aware of what are the relevant BOS inputs. We provide so many things to you, like study material, RTPs, mock test papers. RTPs are revision test papers, mock test papers, and MCQ portal. Guide you. I'll guide you to go to the study material. See, whenever you go to icai.org, www.icai.org, there is a tab called Student tab. All right. When you click on Student tab, it comes to BOS Knowledge Portal. And when you click to BOS Knowledge Portal, everything comes there. You have to click on BOS Knowledge Portal and everything's comes. That is study material, vision test papers, mock test papers, previous year questions, everything. So please go through these things, and please go study each and everything. All the modules and everything is available. The study material in PDF format is also available on website. Please also go through the corrigendum hosted on ICAI website, because in the printed version there are few mistakes, corrections, typo errors which has been covered in the corrigendum. Please, you can go through those corrigendum hosted on ICAI website. All right, mock test papers are the test papers when you complete your preparation level. They are held in branches, and even the soft copies is also available on website. So you can go through those website also and take the printout of the question paper. Give yourself dedicated 3 hours and try to solve this question paper. And then analyze that question paper with the answers given. The answers are also hosted after 48 hours of hosting the question paper. So you can tally your answers with the answers posted on website, and then analyze where you're stuck and what is your problem area, and then you can focus on those issues. All right. So this mock test papers, the schedule is already hosted. One has already been done. The schedule is already hosted on the website. You can see for the second also. For accounting, it is on 16th. So take a printout and start doing that. All right. Revision test paper for September 2024 examination is also hosted on website, which contain question for each and every chapter. You can revise after completing your preparation. After completing one chapter, you can see that corresponding question. That are you able to solve that question yourself, or do you need help of the solution to solve that question? All right. Please go through the paper also, and there is a portal called MCQ practice portal. MCQ practice portal is also there. Once you log into ICAI BOS mobile app, you can click on the button and then you can see that, and you can solve the you can assess your preparation level, your understanding for the concept by practicing through MCQ portal. All right. Okay. See, the relevant publications, notification sections for Companies Act 23 is applicable up to 28 August 2024, and refer to April 2023 study material for your exams. So please see, refer 2023 study material. That is also hosted on website. Also, a small corrigendum is also hosted. You can see that. All right. Now, as you already know that your chapter paper is divided into 11 chapter. All right. So how to prepare each and every chapter? Once you're starting with the one chapter, I told you that please go through the theory also. You will secure good marks in the theory. And these are all very nicely, I mean, if you write theory questions, you'll be able to secure very good marks for that. All right. So translate your knowledge into brief notes. What you should do is, once you've gone through one chapter, please translate your knowledge, give one page, and write what you understood from these chapters. You may also prepare a diagram in your support, and then at the time of the exam you can revise that chapter with lesser time and lesser effort. So your notes, whenever you're writing in your own language, able to understood with this chapter. All right. See, understanding theory is also not sufficient. You should always go with each and every practical questions there in the study material. What student does is student tends to leave the practical questions also given at the test your knowledge question. You should not leave that also. Please try to solve those each and every questions. Usually the questions is asked from those questions also. So try to solve each and every question of those test your knowledge questions also. All right, solving each question will help you to increase your speed. Since for example one question you've already done 2 times at your home, but when you're doing it in the exam you'll be able to do it as fast as possible. Excuse me. You'll be able to do it in a fast manner. So practice questions as fast as you can. All right, I'll just take few queries. Is it possible to secure high marks? Vidhi is saying, is it possible to secure high marks if I start now for September attempt? Absolutely possible. This is easily possible. You already have good time. We are on 8th August. So more than 1 month is there. So you can easily secure good marks. Rashmi is also asking the same question. All right, and Vidhi, ma'am, I have done syllabus but lacking in wholesome solving MTPs. Don't worry, you solve the another MTP, start your preparation again, revise again, and then solve the paper again. Especially newly launched syllabus is something that is bothering me much. I think Vidhi, you are an old student. What is bothering you much? Accounting for GST is the new concept, and another concept is this single entry accounting for incomplete records, then redemption of preference shares, redemption of debentures, accounting for bonus issues and right issue. These are all very simple chapters and units. All right, you go through LVC class. If you're unable to understand, go through the LVC class and try to understand what is all there in there. All right, and if you're stuck somewhere, let us know. We are always there. You can mail us, always mail us. Man, can you please mention all months of the foundation exam is conducted from 2025? See, the students now, the exam for foundation course will be conducted in May, September, and January for every unless and another announcement comes. So till now, the exams will be for May, September, and January. All right. Mirth is asking, I am not able to see any link in the BOS. I've joined the meeting by taking. Okay, can you please tell me how to? Yes, there will be a link. Please open it carefully. Ma'am, what should be the sequence of chapter to start now? I would like to tell you this. The sequence of chapters should be you start with chapter 1 and 2 first. Complete your chapter 1 and 2. 1 is a theory chapter, right? You should go through with the concept. Do not devote much time, but go through with each and every concept. The questions usually asked from this capital and revenue expenditure, bifurcation, how identify which is capital and which is revenue expenditure. So please go through each and every concept. All right. Then with chapter 2 will form the basic of all the other chapters, accounting process, right? Then you have the option either to go for chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6 or to start with your final account. I would suggest you to go with the 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once you are done with 3, 4, 5, and 6, now, because these are all small chapters as compared to the other chapters, right? This will give you an understanding and will gain confidence that yes, you have already done few concepts, right? And it comes with a very good percentage of marks in paper also, right? 3 is bank reconciliation statement that you've already studied in your 11th standard. Then it comes to inventories. It is very easy, the simple methods. So that is FIFO, LIFO method, weighted average method, and then how to calculate with the adjusted net selling method, adjusted cost method. All right, so then it comes for depreciation and bills of exchange. So these are all small concepts and you'll be able to then after this the preparation of sole proprietor, and then go with non-for-profit organization. Before going to incomplete records, go to not-for-profit organization. By doing this, you in this chapter you need to prepare trading account, P&L account, and then balance sheet. You'll be analyzing yourselves. These questions are big questions. It takes a considerable time. So you need to practice each and every question, because you have to increase the speed of these questions. Because once these questions will come, no, it will take your considerable time. Once you practice properly at home, you'll be able to solve it as fast as possible in the exam. See, solving the question paper is important, but along with it, doing this paper as fast as possible with a good speed is also important. This will help to complete your paper with a considerable time. All right. Fine. Then after going through this sole proprietor, not-for-profit organization, and then start with your incomplete records. Incomplete records comes with small questions also and big questions also. Once you are through with your accounting process, basics of accounting as well as debit credit thing, what is debtors and how are data related to sales, how are data creditors related to purchases, these concepts, if they are clear, you'll be able to solve the question. All right. So you are already done with your good amount of chapters in your study material. Now it comes with two major chapters, that is company's account and partnership account. Do whatever way you're comfortable. If you're starting with the company account, then once you have started the company account, you have to complete the company accounts. All right. Start with issue of shares, then forfeiture, reissue. This you have already done. Then issue of debentures. Start with the same sequence which is given in the study material, and after completing then only start with another chapter. Once you complete one chapter, then only start another chapter. Do not start two chapters simultaneously. All right. It'll mix all the concepts. I hope it will help you. Or Miss Rashi. Okay. Harshit Sharma is asking, what is the right way to solve MTP and RTP? What is the right? What do you mean by the right way? I tell you, for a revision test paper, what you do is, once you're done with chapter 2, all right, then open your revision test paper and start solving the question yourself first. And if you're able to solve the question, this is very good, that your chapter preparation level is good. If you're unable to solve the question, that is also okay. Fine, there could be some new point also which has come in revision test paper and you're not able to solve it. It's okay. See that and then solve the question. But I would advise you, do the questions of revision test paper in the same manner, same sequence you're doing the study material. All right. If you have started with chapter 6, that is bills of exchange, once you're done with bills of exchange, take a question of that revision test paper also. All right. And once you're done with all your preparation, maybe once or twice, now attempt mock test paper. All right. Once you're done, one round of preparation has already been completed. Now start your preparation. Now start your mock test paper and give yourself only 3 hours to complete this paper. All right. Because you'll only be given 3 hours to complete the paper. So take a question paper printout, answer your question in the same examination condition, sit yourself in the room and same examination condition and try to solve the questions, each and every questions from your hand. Okay. Okay, Harshit, I hope your query is resolved. What are the Akhil is asking, what are the steps to get 100 marks in accounting? You can easily get 100 marks in accounting. 3 round of preparation, 3 round of revision for your study material, and all your concepts should be very good and thorough enough so that you could able to write. The speed, considerable speed. Try to solve 2 mock test paper within the considerable time. See, analyze your all the questions and where are you, maybe you're lacking somewhere in any concept or anything. So revise as much as possible. You'll be able to. But yes, mock test papers are important. You should do mock test paper if you're aiming to secure 100 marks in accounting, and it is very easy to secure 100. Each and every student can plan for it. Okay. Ma'am, Vidhi is asking, can you guide how to prepare answer that is there for 10 or 12 marks? I will guide you. Give me some time. I'll guide you. I'll be coming to that also. What Rashi is saying, what are the mistakes we should avoid? Mr. Suresh is saying, see, ma'am, is CA foundation syllabus similar to 12th syllabus? See, it is on the similar lines, but there are many few topics you're not in class with. All right, so there are many new topics as well as the syllabus. The course content is not as same as your class 12. Please see the syllabus very properly. Okay. Oh, ma'am, what are the common mistakes? I'll tell you the common mistakes. Weightage also, Pankaj, Mr. Pankaj is saying, what are the weightage? Okay, Yukta is saying, ma'am, I am asking about how to restart. I think you've already done with one of your one attempt. You have already given one attempt, and now you want to start again. See, you can start again. There is no harm in it. Please practice the questions. I know if you have done one time of preparation, you must be knowing which questions have which illustration, which adjustment, maybe an important adjustment. All right, start doing it. If you have already done illustration 1, start with illustration 2 or 3, which already has a good amount of adjustment. All right, then do it with your hands. Do not only read questions. Final account question, we usually think that this is very big and we do not do the question, and at paper we are not able to solve the questions. So please practice it through your hands. Solve questions as many as times as you can. All right, and then solve the questions of previous year questions. Um, Solve the question of mock test papers also. Yes. No, ma'am, this is my first attempt, but I'm too scared. Yukta, if you're too scared, don't be scared. Boost yourself. You'll be chartered accountant. Why are you scared? And the syllabus is not that difficult. Syllabus is very easy. You'll be able to secure good marks. Bug up yourself. Don't worry. See, if a very famous quote says that if I need to cut a tree, give me 6 hours to chop my knife first, my ace first. I have to figure out how to sharp my ace first. All right, then only. So this is the time to sharpen your ace at this stage. All right. So please buck up. Please practice from your hands. And important concept, revise as much as possible, and you'll be able to secure good marks. All right. One student Chaudhary is saying that where can I get the PDF? The PDFs of study material is hosted on a website. I told you ICAI.org. Then go to the student tab, and then go to student tab, and then click on the button of BoS knowledge portal, where you'll get everything. All the contents are available there. If I able to show, I'll be able to. Yeah, are you able to see the screen? Wait, I'll show you. We have to go. I want to show you the website also. Wait. Are you able to see the screen? Please tell me. Okay. See, this is your website. Now we go to the student tab and then BoS knowledge portal here. All right. Then again we go to the BoS knowledge portal. Please see here. Everything is available here. This is the upcoming mock test paper schedule already given on ICAI website. This is for the intermediate course. This is your study material for new scheme. When it comes to foundation, paper 1, English medium, foundation. And there's a corrigendum also hosted on website. All right. So you will get everything. All the PDFs are available here only. All right. The study material, RTPs, everything is available here. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the PPT. Okay. So I've already told you about BOS knowledge portal. Okay, now effective memory techniques. What memory techniques you should follow while doing the paper, while starting your preparation level. See, use enochrams. Try to understand the logic and intent. Why this intent? Why this topic has been included in the study material? What are the main intents to use this in the study material? Then repeated notes. How to repeat this? You need to repeat visual imaginary, right? So enochrams, how to use the enochrams? What are the three basic rules of accounting process? Okay, so please try to understand the logic why this chapter. So, point to be borne in mind while practicing the questions. Work out the problems for test your knowledge questions. I already told you, usually students tend to do only the illustrations and do not solve the test your knowledge questions. Do solve test your knowledge question yourself first. Compare your solution with the provided answer. If it is all the same, then you're very good. Your preparation level is very good. If there is still a problem, please see, analyze yourself, where are you stuck. All right, at that point mark the problem with some adjustment, important adjustment. If you see, once you go with chapter 4 inventories, you see that there are four practical questions. There are, and all have some different adjustment. So please see those adjustment and analyze yourself that what points we should take what are the important points, and mark those important points. All right, for each marked points, each marked question, briefly summarize the treatment. All right, if it is a different adjustment, briefly summarize what should be done. Maybe a small, it should be added in the cost or it should be reduced from the cost. Summarize the treatment of said adjustment and then annate the summary at the end of that question. And in your notebook also, you can write it. Okay, this is to be done. This point was important and this point was different from the other questions, and for this point this treatment is required. When you practice the same chapter sequence substantially, pay attention to those mark questions. So at the second round of preparation, you should pay attention to those questions. I tell you how should be your preparation level. When you're doing it for the first time, solve each and every question. Your preparation level should constitute three levels. All right, three times, three steps. First step, you should focus on all the concept that I told you. Start from chapter 1, page 1. Go through the concepts also. All right. Then solve questions. Each and every question you should do it from your hand. And now mark those questions which has different adjustment and important adjustments. All right. You've already marked those questions in your notebook as well as your study material. Then during the second round of preparation, if the questions are already similar and you're already comfortable with those questions, maybe illustration 1 of all the chapters, so you can start two or the some difficult points and some different points, and then see those questions or which are different and which have already marked those questions. The questions should be substantial enough, considerable enough. Since if for example, if you have 10 illustration, you should have 5 6 illustration in your hand, at least 6 illustration that has some different point and some unusual point. All right, where you could be stuck. All right, and then the second round of preparation, you should practice those 6 to 7 questions by your hand. All right, so in this way, you've already done 2 rounds. Right? And at the third round of preparation, out of those 6 questions, which you think that 3 questions are a little important as well as little difficult. Now for these 3 questions, you have to practice again. You have to solve these questions from your hand again for third point of preparation. All right. So this way your preparation level should go, and I'm sure you'll be able to secure good marks. But yes, I would like to tell you one more thing. Whenever you're going through the second round of preparation, what student does it during second round of preparation, the question number illustration 1, 2, 3, the smaller questions they usually leave. No, you are doing 6 questions from your hand, but the 4 remaining illustration you have to go through. At least read. Go. Okay, what was all there in that? Okay, that question. All right. And at the last revision, you're already aware of all the questions. So please go through those questions. Okay. So practice is the key to success at this point of time. Okay. So how the syllabus is divided. I already told you we have 5 chapters, which is divided into 11. We have 5 sections, which is divided into 11 chapters. This sequence sections have been divided to help you to understand how important each and every chapter is. See, the question paper can be from any chapter of your study material. So nothing is important, nothing is not important. All right. Every chapter in itself is dynamic and important. So go through each and every chapter. I'll tell you how the section-wise weightage would be there for this. For example, I told you that this is a theoretical framework. It covers 5 to 10% of the weightage of your question. And 5 to 10% weightage is a very considerable amount if it is a 100-mark paper. All right. And your paper would be for 120 marks. I'll tell you, choice, internal choice will also be given. Okay. So it covers 5 to 10. If you know all the concepts and you have to write it in your own language, this is a short marks for you. Okay. This is a, I hope you're able to see my screen. Can anyone tell that? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then section 2 comprises of accounting process, bank reconciliation statement, inventories, depreciation, amortization, bills of exchange. Small concepts, and each chapter is important and dynamic in nature. All right. This covers 30 to 35% of weightage of your question paper. 30 to 35%. This is a real good amount. All right. So if you're able to solve, the question would be asked independently from the bank reconciliation statement or either inventories, bill of exchange. All right. So this is a major chapter, major section of your syllabus. Then section 3 covers preparation of final accounts of sole proprietor. That is preparing trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet, then financial statements of not-for-profit organization, then accounts for incomplete records. And in this section, basically it is analyzed how good you are in preparing the financial statements. In section 2, section 2 is able to help you to understand that what are the small concepts in accounting. But at this level, in this section, they ask you how to prepare the financial accounts. So this, all these 3 sections are basically focusing on preparing finance accounts. All right, this covered 20 to 25% of your of 20 to 25% of your question paper, and it has only 3 chapters. But these 3 chapters are all big enough. The questions would be big enough. All right. Then section 4 comprises of only and only partnership and LLP account, which already has how many sections? How many units? 6 units. It covers 15 to 20% of question paper, marks of the question paper. Then comes to company account, which also have 6 units, and it covers 15 to 25% of marks of study material. Now, this is I told you this way so that you can analyze your preparation level, how to proceed with the preparation level. Okay. Once you're done with section and section 2, now you have the option to start any of these 3 sections, section 3, 4, or 5. Okay, if you plan to start with partnership accounts, it's totally perfect. Once you're starting, it covers 15 to 20%, and partnership accounts you've already studied in your 12th standard. All right. See, admission, retirement, you already know how to prepare this revaluation account. Death and dissolution, at the dissolution you have to prepare realization account. So this is a very simpler chapter, but yes, please do notice the small usually do lack. When to use the fixed capital, when to use the fluctuating capital, how to use current account and capital account. If it is fixed capital, then where to use current account and capital account. Okay. So these are all small points. Another point is, I'm just giving you the example how to calculate goodwill. What are the methods to calculating goodwill? It's okay, you can easily say that these are the method and you can follow the method. But the point is, when you while you're calculating goodwill and the previous year's profit is given, what method you should follow? Simple average method or weighted average method you should follow. If it is an increasing or decreasing trend, you should follow weighted average method. If it is not, then it's a simple average method, right? So these are all small and tricky points, small points you should always know. So focus wherever you're doing the question, see how the question is being done. Okay. So once you're done with this partnership and this will not take much time, I tell you. Once you're doing the question, initially it will take 10 to 15 minutes to solve the question, 12 to 15 minutes. And once you're thorough with the concepts and everything, you'll be able to solve the question within 10 minutes. And each and every minute is important in your paper. Okay, coming to section 3, that is preparation of final accounts of sole proprietor, not for profit organization, and then incomplete records. All these are financial statements type questions. All right, in these questions you have to prepare all the parts, that is trading, maybe manufacturing account also, trading account, P&L account, and balance sheet. And in case of not for profit organization, receipt and payment account or income and expenditure account, opening balance sheet or closing balance sheet. Okay, and incomplete accounts, whatever be the requirement at that stage, balance sheets and the specific accounts, status or creditors account. For this, I would suggest you one thing. For example, for the preparation of final accounts or sole proprietor, you have to prepare the balance sheet and trading and P&L account. At that point of time, what you do is read the question thoroughly first, and then see you have already given a trial balance. Start putting the things, prepare the format of trading, P&L, and balance sheet. Start putting the things from the trial balance to trading, P&L account, and balance sheet. And once you have put all the things of trading, P&L account, and balance sheet of all the trial balance things, then go through the adjustments. Then see what all are there in the adjustment and start doing the adjustment. Okay, this is just a theory, just a way of solving the question in an easier way. You can also follow any other method also. Okay, so once you're starting with this chapter now, you might take 15 to 17 minutes to solve the question. But yes, if you practiced well for this chapter, you'll be able to resolve this question in 12 to 14 minutes. I know these questions are big enough, but yes, you need to have a considerable focus on these questions. Focus and concentration. Okay, read each and every adjustment very carefully and very properly. Once you're done, you have to read this question in first 15 minutes. I'll tell you how to use that first 15 minutes, and these should be things already be there in your mind. These should be in your mind. So once you're doing these questions, you know, okay, if there is a bad date given in the trial balance and there is an adjustment also for bad dates, so write bad dates in the inner column. You should be able to memorize it, that okay, this we have to do it. Okay. uh, in the similar way you can do for not for profit organization also. Then coming to the section 5, that is introduction to the company accounts. What is all there in the introduction to the company account? How to issue shares, what are the reasons for issuing the shares, why the shares are forfeited, how to where to use calls in arrears and calls in advance, what are the percentages for interest on calls in arrears and advance. These questions should already be answered by you. All right, so let me ask, what is the interest for calls in arrears and calls in advance, if anyone can tell me? Any of the students, if you're listening, are you listening? Yes, absolutely. Rashi, you have spelled it correctly. Rashi, you're right. So please be aware. I may ask you any questions in between. So please be focused. All right. Okay. Okay. So it's 10 and 12%. You're right. Okay, so these adjustment. Then coming to the adjustments regarding the share forfeitures and everything. Then coming to how the bonus issue, what are the reserves, what is the free reserves, and how the section 52, that is security premium, is to be used. And then how the bonus issue is to be made. Can the bonus issue be made for partly paid share or not? These all adjustment you should already understand. You should already know. All right. I know this Rashi Yukta, you're already right. Thank you for listening, patient listening. Okay. So, at this stage, you should focus your preparation level accordingly. Okay. No chapter is difficult, no chapter is important. Every chapter in itself is important and dynamic in nature. Okay. So, let me take some queries because there are many queries. Uh, Mr. Naveen is asking, ma'am, can you tell about the answer presentation in the ticket? Ma'am, is forming notes for theoretical framework for theory absolutely important and necessary. See, when they are going through all the concepts from the theoretical framework, write it in your own language in the study material itself from the from pencil. All right. Then at the time of revising, you'll be able to revise in lesser time. Maybe an important in our paper, so you can study. Yes, even if you're stuck in any question, you can ask us anytime on our email IDs. I'll share the email IDs also, and also you can see our LBC classes, live virtual classes, which are hosted on ICAI website under the BoS knowledge portal tab that I've already shared with you. You can see the live virtual classes there also. All right. How much time to give an accounts paper practice in a day for September exam? It is your perception. Every student is different from each other. See, you can study all four subjects in one day also, and you can study two or three subjects in a day. So it is your way of doing the paper. Yes, at least you should devote 4 hours in a day to prepare your accounting foundation. At least 4 hours or on a regular basis. All right, 4 to 5 hours, at least 4 to 5 hours are important. And one more thing I would like to tell you, once you're starting with something, it is not important. For example, you have started with the partnership and LLP accounts. It is not important that you should do it in a one go only. If you have done with admission today, you can do retirement tomorrow. All right, but yes, if you have started with the admission, complete the admission unit at least first. Because once you lose that interest, once you lose the memo in between, so then you'll not be able to understand properly. Once you've started admission of partnership, complete it. Okay. Ma'am, I have Sajid is saying I have completed the syllabus. What should I do now? What more should I study? Give mock test papers, revise it again. Ms. Bhumika is saying, ma'am, methods of working notice differ from person to person. Is there any reduction in marks if it will not resemble the key answers? No, no, no. There will not be any reduction in marks if it does not resemble with the solution. Don't worry. But yes, your working note should be right. The answer should be right. Ultimate answer, and it should be able to, the examiner should be able to understand what is all there and what you want to explain. Okay. Ms. Diksha is saying, ma'am, if I start preparing for now for September, can I get good marks? Absolutely. I've already told you, you can easily get good. Ma'am, if we study according to the weightage, we can get good marks. Yes, you can get good marks. The way for September, Miss Sheikh is saying for September attempt, I'm not ready to give exam. Why you're not ready? You already have so much of time. You can prepare yourself. Bug up, right? This is not the time to leave. Institute has already given you a very good chance to give the exams in please do please attempt this one September attempt. All right, you'll be able to get good marks. Don't worry about it. Start preparing from today itself. Manoj is saying, can you please explain how to present the answers in the exam? I will tell you. Gyan is asking, what should we do to manage time in exams? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Miss Sheikh is saying that can I clear the exam? Can we crack CA Foundation exam by self-study? Absolutely. One student is asking, Miss Neha, I'm very much scared of law and QA. See, the sessions for law and QA will also be there. Please see the schedule. Ma'am, Miss Ne is saying, ma'am, tell something about the theory questions. I'll tell you about theory. See, for theory, I already told you, please see all the concepts. It is not important to write in the language what is there in the study material. You can write in your own language, but yes, it should be able to deliver the correct meaning of what you have already written. Okay, for that, you should know the concept. For example, there are different methods in, for example, there is a concept called subsidiary books. There are various advantages of it. Okay, so you should know what are the advantages. The points you should remember that these are the points. Okay, but what we should write in that, you can write in your own language. Okay, it is very easier to write in your own language. So understanding concept is more important rather than mugging it. Okay, but each and every chapter theory is important. No chapter is unimportant. Okay. Miss Kuppam is saying that, ma'am, can you please tell how to complete total syllabus? I told you that you can do section wise also, and I told you the sequence to solve to complete the syllabus within time. Okay, but yes, for that you need to study at least 12 hours a day. Without it, it is not possible, and you can do all the subjects also. Okay, 12 to 14 hours without this, it is very difficult. So you should focus, dedicatedly focus your time. It's we are already on 8th of August. All right, and 13 September is your exam, almost only a month. Okay, so now how to best utilize your time in your examination. Okay, as you're already aware of, should I tell you first how would be the question paper? See, one of the student Rashi is saying, ma'am, due to lack of time, if you only focus on selective high weightage chapter, is it okay? No, not at all. All chapters are equally important. All chapters are important for concept. For example, the concepts is important. No, if you are already aware of journal entries, the laws, all right, the trial balance, you are able to solve the question of final accounts of sole proprietor. All right, you'll be able to solve the question correctly. How this closing stock is to be treated, and the closing stock which is asked in chapter 7, that is final accounts of sole proprietor, that you'll be able to understand when you are through with your chapter 4 inventories. Okay, so each chapter, all chapters are almost interlinked, so please understand you have to complete all the chapters. All right, so coming towards the sequence of your question paper, the question paper will comprise of 6 questions. That is 20 mark each question, which will be 120 marks. Now, the first question will be compulsory. Out of the other 5 questions, you have to solve 4 questions. So one choice will be given to you. Each question will comprises of parts and subparts also. Okay, so each question is important. First question is compulsory, that you have to do. Now the first question will comprise of 6 true and false questions with reasoning. What student does it? They give only true and false. They'll be given true and false on the basis of all syllabus, the whole subject, that is all 11 chapters. Okay, so you have all these true and false along with the reasoning. So this will be into 2 into 6 will be of 12 marks. Okay, then after this, it will be two questions. One could be theory based questions also, and could be practical based question for 4 marks. So this will be 20-mark questions. Okay, then comes out the 5 questions which will be for 20 marks. It will comprise of parts and subparts, and this will comprise of uh, different sections, and you have to do any 4 questions. Okay, this will be your paper pattern. The numbering, the marks allocation could be 14, 6, 12, 2, 8, 10, 10, anything, 5, 10, 10, 15, 5. This, there could be any permutation and combination of the marks. Okay, now you'll be given first 15 minutes to see the question paper, right? You will be given a question paper at 1:45. Okay, start reading the question paper first. At free mind, you are already free and you're done with the preparation, you're at the best level. All right, consider yourself that your preparation is at the best level. Okay, now start your preparation. Now start reading the question paper. Read each and every word very properly and very carefully. I tell you the common mistakes what we usually do. We read a question paper. For example, a question in the question paper, a question of partnership accounts come in on the same line of the study material. We tend to read what is there in the study material. For example, there is an adjustment which is similar to there in the study material, but one point is already there. So we do not read that. We tend to read only what is there in the study material. So whenever you're reading a study, your question paper, read it with the open mind. Do not assume anything that this could be asked in the question paper. This has only been asked. Read it with a very open mind. Okay. For example, while doing a question in the partnership account, they have asked you only to prepare a revaluation account and partners capital account. But when we read, we think that they are asking you to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account, and balance sheet. Since almost all the questions ask these three accounts. No, it is not so. So please read the question paper very properly. All right. This is the first point. Now, while reading the question, analyze yourself. First question is not a choice question. So you have to do the first question, right? From 2 to 6 number question, now analyze yourself what you can leave and what is the best, which question you know the best. All right. Now decide the sequencing of the question. For example, if I think that I'll write third question first, then I'll write fourth question, then I'll write sixth question, and then I'll write the second question. All right, so I'll be leaving fifth question. Okay, this way you have already decided the sequence. Very good, you have decided the sequence. If there is an adjustment which you are already not aware, but this sequence should be decided in the first 15 minutes only. All right, wherever there is an adjustment, you're not sure about that adjustment, that's okay. Absolutely fine. But keep it in your mind that you have to solve that adjustment. Okay, now the 15 minutes are over. You have already been given an answer sheet. Start doing the question which you know the best. For example, you are knowing the question number 3 the best. Start with question number 3. It's okay, you can write any question first. All right, it is not important to start with question number 1 only. You can answer any question first. Okay, but another thing, each question will have a subpart, maybe 2 parts or 3 parts. You should do all the parts in one go only or at one place only. Okay, for example, you started with question number 3. Question number 3 is very easy question. You've already done the question. Okay, you're able to solve the question in another 8 minutes. Then question number 3b comes from the different question, that is maybe an NPO question. You've solved the question, but at one point of time you're stuck. It's okay if you're stuck, you're unable to tally the balance sheet. Give yourself 3 minutes more. Okay, you can tally this balance sheet. If you're unable to tally this balance sheet after 3 to 4 minutes, then leave that question. Start with another question. Do not devote half of hours on only tallying a question paper. Please understand, solving the question paper fully is more important tallying only one balance sheet. Okay, that question might pertains for only 8 to 10 marks or 12 marks or 15 marks. But yes, you cannot leave because of this question, you cannot leave another 30 to 35 marks. Okay, so even if when you're doing in the first 15 minutes, analyze yourself that how much time you should devote for. All right. Since if it is an inventory and BRS question, you will be able to solve it as quickly as possible. All right. But yes, if it is a sole proprietor question or if it is a share capital question, you might be requiring a considerable more time. So analyze yourself, plan at that point of time only that this much time you'll be given. Okay. Now coming to the next question, you have started doing question number 2. Question number 2A, 2B and 2C. Okay, 2A is easy, but 2B you are unable to solve the question. You're stuck in between. Leave one page. Now 2C. 2C you on do not know how to solve the question. You started the question. So leave a page for that. And one page or two page based on your considerable judgment, how much pages you need to leave, and then start the other question. If you are doing question number 2, please do question number 2 A, B, C at one place only. Do not do question number A, B at one place and then start doing question number 3 and then do question number 2C. So it will not create a very good impact. You can do that, but it is always better to do all the parts at one place only. One guru mantra for you students: you make it easier for the examiner to give the marks, he'll make it easier for you to give you marks. All right, so please write it neatly, write, make easy for him to check your answer sheet. Okay, make it easier for him to check the answer sheet properly. So you always try to do all the sub part at one go only, and do not leave any question. Even if you know small amount also, you please write. Okay, because there is always step marking in the questions, all the solution, always step marking. Do not think that if your balance sheet is not tallied, you'll not be able to get marks. Always step markings are always there. Okay, I hope you're able to understand. Achieving success in upcoming exam, believe in yourself. I already told you, please believe in yourself. Apply strategies. Please, your first 15 minutes is your strategy time only. You have to decide which question you'll be doing first and which question you will be doing at the last. So you strategize yourself, you analyze yourself, which adjustment is there, it is coming from which question number, which paper, which chapter. So, and stay calm and composed. See, if you do not know any answer, any question, do not stress yourself. Even if you do not know any question, you know the other question and you always get step marking. All right. So stay calm and composed. You'll be able to solve the paper. Okay. Another thing, when you are doing the questions, while you're doing the questions, please put working note also. Okay. Write paper neat and clean. The paper should be very neat and tidy. All right. Students usually ask me that can we use scale and pen? You see, if you have time, please use scale and pen. You have 180 minutes with you. So please devote time accordingly. All right. 180 minutes for maybe every part, every question has 4 questions. You have to do 4 into 2 or either 3, around 180 minutes for 100 marks. For every mark, you have 1.8 minutes. All right. All right, almost around 1.8 minutes. And do not think 1.8 minutes, think of 1 minute, 1 minute to 1.2 minutes only, because you have to give time for last 15 minutes for your revision also. Okay, while doing the question, for example, you're doing an NPO questions, not for profit organization. Many things for the subscription figure, you have many calculations. For the wages and salary, there are outstanding wages and then prepaid wages and salary. For that, please prepare working note at that. Start your question paper, your answer sheet should be like that. First prepare for NPO, I'm telling you. So the sequence should be in the same way for all the papers. First write the main answer and then working note. For the main answer, prepare income and expenditure or receipt and payment as per the requirement of the question, and then prepare balance sheet, and then at the end prepare working note. Okay, prepare working note. For example, for the subscription figure, write 2 subscription and then in the bracket working note 1. and start doing the working note on outstanding additions or deletion, whatever you want to do, you can do it in working note. This will make your main solution clear, all right, and neat. So it will be easier for the examiner to evaluate whether your figures are correct or not. Okay, so working notes are very important and you should always write. Okay. How to improve marks in the examination? See, one basic rule is stay focused, calm and composed. Whatever is happening in your class, where in your examination hall, do not focus on that. Focus on only your exam. Okay, your paper. Okay, do not cheat, do not look here and there. Those 180 minutes are very crucial and important in your life. All right. So please stay calm and composed. Okay, now how your speed will be there. Since you only have 180 minutes for the 100 marks. Speed you will get only after practicing again and again. If you have done a question once or twice, your hand will only start working as fast as possible at that point of time. If you have not done that question, so for example, there's a question on the similar lines of study material already asked in your study material, and it is on the similar line, but yes, you have not solved the question. So there might be a possibility that you are unable to solve the question while in the examination. Rather, if you have already done the question in your from your own hands, you will be able to solve the question easily because your hands already know that you have already done this question. So practice is very important. And this practice is important so that you are able to solve the question as quickly as possible. For when we are doing any question for the first time, it takes more amount of time while we are doing it for the second time or third time. Okay. So if you're doing it for the first time, it might take 15 minutes. But when we are doing it for the second time, we could able to solve it in 10 or 12 minutes. All right. So for this speed, you should practice and neatness. The paper should be as neat as possible. All right. Your handwriting should be clear. I already told you about working notes that you should always follow working note. You should always make working notes rather than making the main solution clumsy. Make it neat and clear and write everything in working note. Okay, and first you should know the answer which you know the best, that I've already told you. Attempt all the subparts at one place only, that I've already taken. Okay, assumption. Whenever you feel that a certain question might require an assumption because it is giving two set of alternatives and two different set of alternatives. So it is better that you have solved this question, give an assumption that you have to solve this question considering this assumption. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, do you want me to take the queries first? Okay, students. Let me take your queries. Shiv Anand is asking, how can I attend such mocks? On this date, the question paper would be hosted on the website. You can take out the question paper printout. And even if you want to go to the branch, you can go to the branch for mock test papers and register yourself and you can do the paper there also. Okay, Shiv? Rashi is asking, ma'am, working notes to be shown before or after the solution. I told you it is always better to do it after the solution. Okay, ma'am, Krish is saying if I leave two page and then start counting new question and I didn't fill these page in the exam completed, what will be the impact on me? There will be no impact. Don't worry. There will be no impact. But try not to leave more pages. Leave less pages. All right. Okay. Miss Arzu is saying, ma'am, is only black pen is used in exams. The please, you'll get the you'll get the admit card. You can see that which pen to use. All right. Miss Kupam is saying, ma'am, please tell how to complete total syllabus. I already told you, you can complete the total syllabus. First do chapter 1 and 2, your basic concepts will be clear. Then it is your choice. You want to do chapter 3, 4, 5, 6 first or skipping towards chapter 7, 8, 9. This is totally your calls. If you have done 3, 4, 5, 6, your considerable amount of syllabus is covered. All right. These small concepts are also very important. Okay, small chapters. Is Mr. Vishnu is there? On which time, Mr. Kapam, on which time question paper was given to me in examination hall? I didn't get your query. Okay. See, another point of time I got one thing. Are you all awake? Are you listening me? Let me ask a question once. There are some temporary huts prepared to for constructing a building, and these temporary huts were demolished. So, is it a capital expenditure or a revenue expenditure? Please tell me. Who would be under? Yes, Rashi, you're right. Vinay, you're also right. I'll not one plus. You do not have the name. Okay, good. I am getting 4, 5. Simarpreet, right. Namrata, right. Very good. You all know that this is a capital expenditure. Yukta, you're also right. Don't worry. I'm sorry if I've skipped someone name. Devender, you all are right. Okay, good. You're listening. Okay. Examination. This I've already explained. Make optimum use of 15 minutes for reading. Go through all the questions quickly. Please read questions very thoroughly and properly. Do not do extra question. If the question is only to prepare profit and loss account and trading account, do not make extra balance sheet. Okay. I also received one query that in bank reconciliation statement, should we prepare the cash adjusted cash book or not? This might be coming in your minds also. I don't know about you. I tell you, this is the most common query. If the bank reconciliation statement is prepared at the end of the year, then you should always prepare it. All right, always prepare adjusted cash. If it is in the beginning, in the middle of the year, or during the year, you can either skip. But yes, if the questions ask you to prepare adjusted cash book, you should prepare it. All right, it is always better to prepare it. If you have time, it is always better to prepare it. All right. Another thing, while doing the journal entries, for example, there is a question on rectification of errors. While doing the journal entries, students usually miss narration. Do not miss narration unless and until it is asked in the question paper. If the question paper says ignore narration, then only ignore narration. Otherwise, you have to write narration. Keep it in your mind. Have to write narration. All right. Important narrations are important. So go through the questions quickly. Select the question that you would be attempting from all the questions. Mark the question that you'll be attempting first. Mark it. Your mind should know what is the sequence, what will be the sequence of attempting the paper. Now allocate an estimated time for each questions based on the difficulty levels and marks, keeping aside 10 to 15 minutes for revision. This is very important. Last 15 minutes, you should always keep it for revision. Okay, it might be possible during at first stage your balance sheet is not tallied, and during last 15 minutes the balance sheet got tallied. Okay, so always give for last 15 minutes for revising. And I already told you, you should not leave any question. Try to solve the whole paper and allocate 10 to 15 minutes at the end to revise the paper, to see what all you have done. Okay, while doing the question paper, I receive, while solving the question, can we use the small things, that is balance CD, balance BD? Mr. Raj, please do not scribble. Let's focus on what I am saying. All right. See, at this point of time, you do not have much time. So please focus on what I'm saying. These are all important tricks for how you can solve your paper and you can get good marks in your paper. All right. So where were, we? I was telling you that how to solve the questions. For example, partnership account and then these sole proprietor NPO's account. You should always write heading if there is a sole proprietor in the books of Mr. Sole Proprietor, Mr. XYZ or Mr. Shiv, whatever. Then trading account for the year ended this. Profit and loss account on this. Balance sheet as on this, as at this. So please focus on heading also. All right. Okay. So how to attempt the questions in the I told you how to attempt the question is that you give all the necessary notes as a part of main solution. If there are many approaches to solve the question, mention the okay. I told you if there are many approaches to solve the questions, mention the assumptions considered in the solutions. It is the basis on which the solution is derived. If you are making an assumption, please write the assumption. All right. The approach to be selected should depend upon the information and the requirement of the question. All right. So the assumption should be reasonable enough. It should not be hazy ways. It should be reasonable. All right. Okay. Do's and don'ts. Do not go for selective study. I told you. Focus on the theoretical or concept clarity for understanding each and every topic for development of analytical skills. Do adequate written practice of illustration and test your knowledge questions. I've already told you, practice and practice. This will help in managing your time and attaining good speed. Be careful while reading the information given in the question for solving the question. Assess your preparation level by attempting previous year question paper under same mock condition. All right. Okay. Miss Rashi is saying how to utilize 3-4 days of the exam preparation. See, whatever you have written for different adjustment, for a different adjustment, important adjustment, go through that, practice questions also, try to solve at least 1, 2 questions, 3 questions from each chapter, and then revise all the concepts during last 3-4 days. Okay, you can easily solve 3 questions per chapter during last days. Okay, Samarth, he's saying today's course would also be taught. What do you want to know about the course? I've already told you 11 chapters are there. All right. And if you are unable to understand some concept, Mr. Samarth, you can see the LBC class also, and you can understand the. You can ask me also any query. Okay. Okay. Some more queries. Uh, Santhana Kumari is saying, ma'am, can I use a double page for P&L and balance sheet? Yes, you can. See, it is always better to do it in one page. Why do you want to use double page? If you're making first trading account and then P&L account and then balance sheet. All right, this the same way we do it in register also. All right, in your while practicing. Okay. So is calculator allowed? Calculator is allowed in our exams. Up to 6-digit function, 12 digits, 2 memories are allowed. And this will be given in your admit card also. Please go through the admit card guidelines. All right. And scientific calculators are not allowed. I would always recommend that please take that calculator which you usually use while practicing. Take an extra calculator with you, an extra as a provision. You already know what provision is. Keep it in your as a reserve, but solve the paper from that calculator from which you're practicing. All right. Okay, Namrata is saying, ma'am, in rectification of error, should we write wrong entry and correct entry also? No, there is no requirement. You can only write rectified entry. All right. There is no requirement. You wanted to write it for your understanding, that is another case. But that also you should do it in rough column. I think the last page is to be kept for rough page. But please write rectified entry only. Because the question is asking you only to write rectification entry. Okay. Rashi is asking, ma'am, for journal entry formats to be drawn with pen or pencil. See, pens are allowed, pencils I think are not allowed. Please read these guidelines in your admit card. Okay, rounding off is also important. How to round off the digits, because we have few digits also. Rounding off is generally preferred up to 2 or 3 decimal places, like 6.65.888,765. You can write it the 8 9, rounding off up to 2 decimal places. Okay. Now the objectives of accounting, you all see, this is all covered in the paper. If there is any other query, please you can ask me. Raj is saying CA, ma'am, CA is easy. CA is very easy. Consider yourself a chartered accountant only. It is very easy. Please practice as much as you can, and you'll be able to come up with the flying colors. Miss Bhumika is saying, ma'am, 15 minutes are given extra with 3 hours. Yes. So please reach your examination center on time. Anything else? Any query you want to ask? Please, students, you can ask. When will the classes for January start? The summer, the classes detailed announcement for the classes will be hosted on website shortly. Okay. I already told you how to solve the paper, what is the content of your paper. Vinay is saying, ma'am, I gave MTP for June attempt, but still haven't got the result of it, though I got of CA foundation exam. If you have already gone through the CA foundation, you have already cleared CA, congratulations for that. Hassan is saying, after completing a sum, only 6 to 5 lines left. So we can use another page. Yes, you can use another page. All right, students, I think I have covered almost everything, all the syllabus, everything, and try to help you out how to solve the paper, how to do well in your exams, your 180 minutes, which are very important. All right. Vinay, you're asking the query for law. Please ask it during the law session. All right. Kunal, you're saying that what color of pen you should use, that the people will tell you. You'll get it in admit card. All right. Which color pen you should use, you'll get it in admit card. Which color you should use. All right. Okay, one question for you. In absence of partnership deed, who all are there in the class? In absence of partnership deed, what should be the interest on loan? Tell me. Who would be saying? Good. Vinay, right? Okay, 1 plus Yukta, Samarth. Very nice. Good, good, good. Okay, students, all the best for your preparation level. I hope you have taken the best of this session, and I hope I have been able to solve each and every all of your queries. All the very best for your preparation. Please study well. Prepare yourself well, devote time. This is the time to study. No time for social media at this stage. You should only focus on your studies, and you'll be able to come up with the flying colors. See, this paper is not only important for your clearing your exam, but this paper will be helpful for throughout your life, your professional career, because these are all basics of accounting, and it will be helpful at every stage of your life, of your professional life. So please focus. Do not only study just for clearing. Study that your concepts are all clear. Without knowing the concept, you'll not be able to solve the questions also. Okay, study well, keep yourself calm and composed. During the last day also, keep yourself very cool, and devote some time with your family also. Spend a few minutes, have dinner or lunch with them, with your family also. But yes, studying is also important. This is a very crucial time. Okay, all the very best for your preparation. Do well. Thank you. Yes, session is over. You can close it. Yeah.